Have you ever wondered if it's normal for you to do breathwork, meditation, or yoga, but that you still find yourself having this inner noise, this inner critic that doesn't go away? It's almost like no matter how much you try to change the baseline, you can temporarily prime yourself to feel emotional and mental freedom. But then, almost like a rubber band, you always go back to the same place. Today, I'm going to reveal to you the 3 practices that can take you to those deeper levels of your awakening, of your healing, and of your spiritual evolution, beyond nervous system regulation, beyond traditional methods, to permanently access peace and freedom every day, 24 hours, so that you can step more into your higher self, so that you can serve more people and bring more light into the world. These 3 principles will take you deeper than traditional methods, because the secret to permanent freedom lies in what we call your human energy field, where every thought, every feeling that you've ever thought or felt has been permanently recorded in this energy field. Energy fields become information that you use to act and create your destiny. So let's start with number 1, conscious breathing. Conscious breathing is the foundation of living a life full of happiness, joy, service, and prosperity. When you consciously pause every hour of your day, imagine if you put a notification and every hour you pause, you stop everything, and you give yourself a moment to breathe and feel the freedom. When you do this, you get so aligned with your true self. You stop having confusion and you start getting clarity in your vision and in your everyday decisions. Because the only way that you get confused is when you lose yourself in your personality, in your ego, in your programming. And conscious breathing opens up the door for you to not only reconnect with your true self, but to actually enjoy this present moment, the only moment that ever exists. Don't underestimate this practice. I want to invite you to commit to 7 days consciously breathing and pausing every single hour. And what you're going to do is, when you have the notification, you're going to pause, you're going to breathe in and out slowly, and then I want you to check in with yourself mentally to see if there's any negative patterns, judgment, criticism, lack of fear that you need to stop. Then tap into your emotions. See if you feel stressed or if you feel anxious or peace. These are all clear signs that the ego and your pain body are running your life. And then after you do this, I want you to check in with your physical body. Is your physical body relaxed or is it stressed? Just by becoming aware of that, you start to shift and bring more presence. I remember in my case, I used to work very long hours in the beginnings of my business. But what I didn't realize is, as I was working, I was consistently getting frustrated and angry and anxious. And even when I was off work, found myself in this rush, in this race against time. And so that was my life. I started to get physically stressed and emotionally anxious. And I lived that way for 3 years because I didn't know the power of conscious breathing. I underestimated it. And when I started practicing conscious breathing, it was like how I was bringing sanity into my life. I was able to get out of my head and into my heart and feel peace in my body. That allowed me to improve my relationships. I was more present with my business, making better decisions. Everything improved just because I decided to commit conscious breathing. So that's practice number 1. Let's move on to practice number 2. Deep alpha meditations that are designed to take you in 60 seconds into altered states of mind. This means that you get to instantly quiet your inner critic and you drop into a deep state of relaxation. It's almost an evolution to conscious pause. So when you consciously pause, you can take yourself into alpha. You get to slow down your brain waves, and then you get to tap into more intuition, into clarity, into just relaxation of your body and your mind. And we need this, especially for us in the entrepreneurship space, leaders, healers, and people who are making a bigger impact in the world. We need to make sure that multiple times a day we're actually taking care of ourselves. This was created by the pioneer of mind science, Jose Silva, and he taught a simple way that I'm going to link in the description. I'm going to give you a recording where you can listen to and script yourself so that you can go into alpha in 60 seconds. And once you're in that deep state, you can use that to reprogram your subconscious mind. You can use that to manifest and have a clear picture of what you want to manifest, or you can use it for healing, relaxation, and stress reduction. And the most beautiful thing is alpha opens up the world of magic and possibilities. Because instead of saying affirmations or trying to manifest or be relaxed in beta, which is what we tend to be in when we're working, beta frequency is very alert. There's too many thoughts in our mind. Even though you get to be productive, you're creating a lot of stress inside your body and your mind. When you reduce the resistance, when you go into alpha, there isn't that inner voice that tells you, hey, you can't do this. So you get to manifest more aligned way faster because you get to go straight into your subconscious. You get to lift the resistance of the conscious mind. You get to reprogram whatever you want inside your operating system, which is your body. I remember alpha meditations being one of the most revolutionary tools in my life. I recorded myself saying a lot of wealth affirmations, and every day I would put in my earphones. I would consciously go into alpha and listen to these affirmations of wealth. Even though it hadn't manifested for the first days or weeks, I felt the energy shifting. It was almost like I was rewiring my energetic blueprint, my mind, my neurology. And then about 3 weeks into it, I had signed my biggest client ever, and I was able to land more clients that week than for the last 4 months. The affirmations that I was listening to were becoming my reality. Alpha affirmations have been incredible for me. That's just a little story on manifestation. So I invite you to listen to this recording every single day for at least 2 weeks and let me know in the comments your results. You can record yourself saying any affirmations, and then you can listen to that every day and go into this deep meditative state in a minute instead of 40 or 50 minutes of traditional meditation. So we've covered so far conscious breathing and then deep alpha meditation. Let's go into practice number 3. Practice number 3 is deep energetic healing. This is what allows you to permanently silence the inner noise. We're talking about your inner critic. The resistance, the judgment, the criticism that you experience comes from your inner critic. And so deep energetic healing, energy medicine, allow you to go into your human energy field where all of your information and your identity is really stored. Every feeling, every memory, every thought that you've ever experienced is recorded in your human energy field as information. And you create your reality through that information. So if we want to shift our identity, stop having an inner critic, because it's possible, and receive more clarity, more abundance, more freedom in our lives, then we need to use deep energetic work to pluck out the weeds and the root cause of this inner critic. I want you to imagine your inner critic is a sub-personality that hasn't been unified inside your psyche. And we get to use energy to remove this inner critic from our lives permanently. I started studying the pioneers of energy medicine, quantum healing. I went full send and I devoured all of the books, and I kept doing sessions of myself, self-healing, energy healing sessions of myself. I started to release more trapped emotions in my throat and my heart. I started to feel lighter and more at peace. And I started to feel like I was breaking the chains of limitations of my ancestors. And one day I woke up with so much power and confidence in my being that I couldn't believe it. I didn't think it was possible. And then the inner critic was completely integrated inside my psyche because I utilized deep energetic work. So naturally, through inspiration, I started to pick out the best performing parts of each system, and I created a system that I call Transcendence Healing. Transcendence Healing is the answer to my deepest desire of finding that true freedom from the patterns and the fears and the wounds that have been haunting me for all of my life. Because to be honest with you, I wanted to heal myself so I could bring the light that I knew I needed to share with the world, with my gifts, with my purpose, with my mission, with an aligned business. I had so much knowledge of healing and transformation, but my inner critic, my blogs, childhood patterns and traumas were pulling me back. Transcendence Healing allowed me to transcend these patterns and become the most authentic, aligned version of myself, where I can be happy and fulfilled every single day. And I want to share that gift with you. So in the description, I've put a free on-demand Transcendence Healing session so that you can have a first-hand experience of what this modality allows you to experience within yourself. It's an incredible experience. I invite you to try it out and let me know how you feel after the session. So we have conscious breathing, deep alpha meditations, and then deep energetic work. I want you to go out in your life and commit to at least 7 days of practicing these 3 things. And you're going to see some remarkable, magical results. It's going to be amazing. And I would love to personally connect with you and help you in your journey to awaken to your higher self, to fulfill your higher calling, and to create a blueprint step by step to understand what you need in order to get to where you want to go. You can find some time to book with me in the description, and I'm looking forward to serving you there. Until the next one, all the love, peace.